Welcome, Sens Talk.
Russell winds in, feeds it back across the strike, and scores! Brady Tkachuk makes it 2-0. Claude Giroux, hit along, scores!
Tim Stutzock Ross, Tkachuk score! The captain, Brady Tkachuk, buries it with 1:18 to go.
See you later. Go Sens, go!
Welcome to Sens Talk. I am your host, Brandon Plant, and we're in a very special location. We are outside the Canadian Tire Center, a place that frankly is a marvel to look at. Human innovation at its peak right here, and we're here for a very special reason. I want to say thank you to Ian Mendez and the Sens organization for welcoming me here today for this media representatives launch event for the 2024-2025 season. A lot of fun stuff. Apparently, Ullmark and Staios are going to talk today. We're going to get kind of an inside look of the organization, some improvements on and off the ice, and there's apparently some other things and concession food we're going to take a look at as well. So again, thanks to the organization for the welcome, and it's always a great vibe. It's always great to be back at the Canadian Tire Center. Again, a beautiful, look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful rink right there. What a piece of art, frankly. But again, thanks to the organization for welcoming me here and inviting me. And let's get inside. Let's do it. All right, I'm here with Julio from Sens Twitter. How are we feeling before the event begins?
Go Sens, go, baby. That's how we feeling.
We got some chirps in already. We'll just leave it at that. But are we feeling good for the event? We got Ullmark and Staios speaking, apparently.
I have no idea what to expect. I'm not even sure how I got invited here. I'm just a guy who cracks jokes on Twitter. But yeah, I'm honored to be here. It's going to be a good time.
Shout out to Sens Org. Shout out to Ian Mendez. What an honor it is to be able to be here. And it should be a lot of fun. Free food as well. Never hurts.
Never hurts at all. Absolutely.
Never hurts. And we were just talking about it with Alex Adams and some of the other guys in media here. Ullmark, Staios, they're supposed to be speaking today together. Who knows? Maybe a contract. Maybe a lot of shawarma in store for Ullmark in the future. We'll have to see.
There we go.
Stay tuned.
Let's go.
So I'm here with the one and only Alex Adams. We're trying some food right now, but we're kind of full. I don't know about you. I'm a little full. I'm a little full too. So let's, try to get an appetite again by thinking about our elite goaltender. That makes me very excited and gives me a hell of an appetite for the season. What do you think about Linus Ullmark? And you said it. Linus Ullmark and Staios will be talking today as well. So any expectations for that?
I don't have any insider information. I just want to preface that. But he's talking to the media today, and Steve Staios is there as well. He's bought a house in Ottawa, and most players don't buy a house if they're not, on a one-year contract. Just getting to a city as well.
Really excited to bring out and introduce Linus Ullmark. So I don't know if you want to say anything off the top or just want to bring any questions.
No questions in French, please. Haven't gone there yet. That's all I'm asking for today. For me, at least, it's all about creating a winning culture, and it starts the day one, it starts at camp. Obviously, it doesn't start in the middle of the season. You have to start right now, and I think if we're in a good way there, there's always going to be ups and downs throughout the season, and all depends on how you manage them. And don't let it go to 4, 5, 6 losses. You have to cut it short. You have to get on the winning train as well and keep building. And always feel like you have a game plan that you can fall back on. And once you do that, the results and the skills will take over, I would say. So for me, I will say the same thing again. Like the first initial vision or goal is definitely to get back in the playoffs, because the playoff is where everybody wants to be, and that's where the fun begins. When it comes to me and my career and my family, I played as one of my families. I think that kind of speaks to a lot of other people that have kids themselves. If things are not taken care of off the ice, it's going to be hard to focus on what's important on the ice. You don't have all these troubles or problems that you have to deal with, or I try to think of it as apps on your phone. You have all these apps that's always on in your phone that just drain the energy at all times. So you want to close those off, you want to shut them down, you want to be able to focus on just one, and then you can just prioritize that one. And that will help you to manage your energy and your emotions and all of it, instead things when it comes to unpacking and packing and being able to hang everything in hangers, like boring stuff. The kids were not really loving it, I would say. They were having not so great time.
And energy coming back into the building. I know that our players are filtering back in, and there's a renewed commitment. There's captain skates going on, and a lot of positive things moving in our favor. Some great momentum. You know, it was a turbulent season, I think, to say the least. I think key areas that we've identified along the way and taken a pretty steady approach to building this the right way. I think trying to move too fast isn't the best way to do this to bring sustainable success to our group. So I won't go through maybe all the changes that we did last year, but maybe talk about how we approached the off season, post-trade deadline. You know, I think we were very active in communicating with teams and getting a feel for the market and trying to identify areas where we could improve our roster. And trade deadline didn't produce any opportunities for us that we felt were going to take us to that next step. But in saying that, and I said it at the time, it was a very important process for us to go through as a management staff, and some of the guys are here today, learning about how we were putting processes in place and not just making decisions to make decisions, which you can be tempted into doing. I think that those are the ones that can be pitfalls at that time. So working into the off season, I think we identified probably the best opportunity that we had. And, you know, Linus Ullmark will join us later, but it was one area that if you can improve, in my position as a general manager, if you have an opportunity to improve in that position, you have to do everything you possibly to be able to execute on that. And I think the one thing I'm most impressed with Linus is not only is he a top-class goaltender, but you're going to get to meet the person. And it ties into personality of our team, character first, work ethic, team first attitude, and the experience of Linus throughout his career and how he's become a leader. And that's not always typical when you're talking about a goaltender, but you'll get a good feel for him once you get the privilege to be introduced to him very shortly. Proud of what we've been able to do. The work has just begun. I believe in our core group of players, and I really do love the ability that we, or the opportunity that we took advantage of to add some experience to this already strong group of character people. So my expectations are that we're going to be a hugely competitive team, day in and day out, and that includes practice. My expectations are that we handle ourselves with professionalism, commitment, team first attitude. Those are my expectations. I think as far as the expectations of what the results are at the end of the season, that'll be up to the group. But I do think that if we set the standards, and Travis and staff have talked about that, and you set the identity of what an Ottawa Senator is, the results at the end of the day will look after themselves. So I have belief that there's internal growth with this group. I have belief that the leadership qualities of the veteran players that we brought in there are going to impact this group. I believe our goaltending position has been strengthened with Linus and with a healthy Anton Forsberg. So I guess in general, the expectations are what tomorrow looks like in that standard that will hold our players accountable to. We feel good about. We feel like it's going to be an extremely competitive camp in a lot of areas, including on defense. So, without getting into all the names of people coming in, I think seeing the players come in and prepare for camp, I think they understand that things have changed and nothing's really going to be given. This is time to earn it, and when you create competition like that, it only serves better for the individual and for the team as a whole. The coaching staff, Travis and the group have talked about non-negotiables, and I won't steal his thunder when he talks about how he's going to approach and coach the team, but belief is that when you set the standards early, they're clear and concise in the messaging, they know what the expectations are on a day-to-day basis. And collectively as a group, if everybody does come committed, then we feel the results will take care of themselves. And there won't be, there's going to be swings in the season. How are you able to best cope with that? And we're trying to set the standard to be able to be a strong team, not only physically, not only in our team play, but mentally as well. And so these are all the areas that we've looked at to stabilize this thing, so when players do get into the thick of the season, the heat's coming, the games are coming, back-to-backs and travel, that we're all prepared for. I think Michael Hanauer has been, he's been firm in his approach that we need to, develop that relationship with the Gatineau community and our fans. And I'm still trying to work my way into being able to communicate with you guys that way. But certainly there's a huge commitment to it, and we know that you're a big part of our community. We want to make sure that we continue to grow in that area.
Cheesecake, huh? We're fans of the cheesecake. What do we think with the cheesecake, Kevin?
The cheesecake is unreal. I don't want to be polite to the Sens. I actually think this is probably one of the best cheesecakes I've ever had. I cannot believe it. If you come to the CTC, you got to try it.
He's got the Sens stock approval right here. All right, so I'm here with some Sens Twitter beauties, Kevin Lee, of course, and Gabe over here. We got some cheesecake. Kevin's kind of already taken a bit of damage to that. I'm gonna try it now because how do you not try cheesecake? That is pretty good. I can't lie with you. That. What would you give it out of 10? Because you, let's say you've gone through it. What do you give it out of 10?
I think that's a solid 9.5 out of 10. It's up there.
Yeah, I'm giving this a solid 8.911 because shout out Daniel Alfredson, but it's right on the cusp of a 9. Right on the cusp of a 9.
Fantastic seeing Linus Ullmark, Steve Staios talking to the fans. It was a really good time. I really appreciate being here.
Yeah, shout out the Sens organization for having us here. It's an incredible time getting to meet these beauties and many, many others. It's really, really cool, guys. And what do you guys think? Are we going to the playoffs this year? Are we going to win the cup this year? How are we feeling?
I think I'm going to go Sens go and leave it at that.
Go Sens go. That's the way to do it.
We've been working with MTO. MTO has been working really hard on our behalf, trying to address one of the concerns listening to the fans is the egress. We're trying to leave the building after events, specifically hockey games. It's been great to see more and more sellouts, more people coming on the rink, but obviously it takes a little longer getting out of here. So we've been working with them to try and open up the exit ramp, the off ramp, directly onto the 417 from the lot 1. So we're getting close on that. No announcement today officially, but we're extremely optimistic about making that happen. Among other things that we're going to implement, and we'll put the information package together to send out to everybody, make them aware of some changes that we're making to improve the egress of the building. Inside the building, lots happening. It was a very busy summer. The amount of people that I run into in the summertime, and you don't really think that it's a vacation from when the season ends to when the season starts. It's probably quite the opposite for most people on the business side, getting ready for the following season, and no different with all the construction projects that we have going on. Some of them have already been mentioned. The commitment that Mr. Hanauer has made to the hockey club and improving the workout facilities, which has changed some of the coaches area and medical area for them. So I think the players coming in have seen a little bit of it, but once all the equipment's in and completely done, really shows the commitment ownership. Putting back into the players and making this the best facility can for them. We're improve it, as well as some of the spaces for the fans. Made some changes to CIBC that you saw today, opening that up. It's going to be open to the concourse a little bit more to make that really more inclusive and a fun atmosphere. The Club Bell has been extremely successful for us, and especially the loges. So we're adding some more loges. We'll be ready to go for the start of the season. We have a project going on in the Brook Street Lounge, where there will be a bar underneath the stands. It's going to be super exciting for the fans, for the people that have tickets in the Brook Street to be able to go down and really give them a fun atmosphere is what we're trying to provide. This is before the games where they have that, but also for intermissions. And we've been doing lots of, scouting around other arenas, both on the majority for new arena ideas, and some of these have popped up of projects that we can tackle while we're in this building for a few years anyways, at the very least. The drink market on the 200 level has been super successful, really well received from the fans. So there's another one of the drink markets going in on the 100 level, where part of the box office used to be. We recognize that. As well, working with Aramark on the kind of drink market theme, and just grabbing your drinks and food and walking out. One of the concessions on the 200 level is going to be changed into a food market, so you can go grab some hot food and just walk through and pay. So, like I said, a few changes. Add all that up, and it's been a very busy summer.
Last year, some of you may not know this, last year we donated over $1.4 million in the Ottawa region. And we're incredibly proud of that, and we are laser sharp focused on funding some solutions to some real problems that our kids are facing. And we're doing that in 3 areas. We are wellness through sport, wellness through access, and wellness through care.
I'll give you a quick highlight here on where things stand from a ticketing perspective. As the group mentioned, we've got tremendous momentum off the ice right now. In fact, great off season. From a renewal perspective, we have a very loyal season seat base. Requesting a 90% renewal. We're renewing our season seat members each and every day. We're selling season seats each and every day. Tremendous positivity right now from a season seat perspective.
We build our brand in the community, so you're going to see us out in the community at various events, more than you've ever had before. And lastly, we do everything we can to enhance that game day experience. As Brendan mentioned, we take that value proposition very seriously. We have a very affordable price point to get into the building, and then it's marketing's job to make sure we're enhancing that in-bowl experience.
I'm super excited to team up and partner with the Senators. It's such a cool opportunity. Growing up, I played hockey, I loved hockey, and I always cheered for the Sens, so it feels like a perfect fit. And, just being able to be involved in an organization that has world-class athletes who every day are pursuing their dreams and, pushing themselves, I think it's really neat to partner with that, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
All right, I'm here, of course, with Vice President of Communications for the Ottawa Senators, Ian Mendez. What an event. Thanks again to you and the Sens organization for a really awesome invite here. It was a cool experience. And what did you think about it?
I think it was just run so perfectly. It's almost like the communications department knew what they were doing. No, this is our first time doing this, and I appreciate you, Brandon, coming out here and all of the sort of influencers in your space. And we want to work a little closer with people like yourself and others. So I think today went really well. I'm glad you came out.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's free food. One thing we know, media and influencers, they love free food.
Look, you put a free piece of lasagna, you got some burgers, we're talking, that's just now. We're not even talking about the entrees when we walked in.
Oh my
What
gosh.
a spread.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to fatten us up to get some
That's
good
right.
reviews of the team this year, huh?
That's right. Yeah, you don't talk
Smart-
about you
smart-
don't talk
smart
about
approach.
negativity when you got a mouthful of food.
Ian, it's a pleasure. Thanks again, my friend. And
Thank you.
a lot more coming, of course, here at Sens Talk, hopefully with the organization. We'll see. But Ian, again, it's an absolute pleasure to be able to give the fans a behind-the-scenes look. You know, we haven't had that a lot, and you know, from what we heard today, that's going to change. And I'm very excited to see what you and the rest of the organization have in store for us, because it's great to see that this fan base is finally being appreciated for their passion and their, frankly, commitment to the team. So, Ian, thanks again very much. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
I also wanted to note this real quick before I head inside. There is an absolutely beautiful and very touching tribute to Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau, the victims of a senseless killing last week. It's an absolute tragedy, and the whole hockey world mourns for the Gaudreau family and everyone involved. So it's really nice and touching to see that even all the way here in Ottawa, there's being support shown to the Gaudreau family in an absolute tragedy. And I just wanted to include that because I thought that was really, really special and very kind. It really shows how strong and how tight-knit the hockey community is, whether it's here, Columbus, Calgary, doesn't matter. We're all connected one way or the other. So I wanted to show that and just pay tribute to two lives that were lost far too early in Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau.